How are you doing? My name is Vander Buchert and this is Finding Frequency. So we broke our social isolation rules today. But I have to add that we merely live a block or two away from Grandma and Grandpa, and they have a garden, and we just had to get out. Luckily, the restrictions in Poland is not as strict yet, so we are still able to move around a little bit, and it's better to take the little one to a backyard to get a bit of fresh air and get out of home a little bit. That being said, not much else happened. The only thing I can report on is that both Martin and I are still working furiously, and tomorrow is going to be the same. We are keeping busy. I laugh a little bit, snicker, when I see all the posts and updates on Facebook about how you should keep busy. Man, I wish I could participate in some of those. I definitely don't have a problem with boredom at the moment, but who knows, that might change. The only problem I have is really feeling closed in the small apartment. We also tried to go to the shop earlier today to pick up a few things. That was a failure. There was a mountain of people standing outside trying to get into the shop, so people take turns to go in. They try and control how many people go in. And funny enough, I haven't been into a shop for a long time. We are relying on internet deliveries and food and supplies from Grandma and Grandpa, because when they deliver something, we have food for 3 months. I am a little bit curious to find out how these shops operate and what they look like inside, and maybe sneak off a little photo. But we are trying to avoid them. But it was interesting to see people queuing outside or standing in loose groups, because you can't really queue closely, waiting to get into a small convenience store that used to be just a store. Now it's kind of a neighborhood attraction. Also, it's really interesting to see how different people handle this situation. You have people with no masks, people with masks, and then people who are wearing things that look like it should be in a body shop, like for spray painting. Everybody's scared. The one thing that does annoy me a little bit, and I've heard this come up in several places, not just here in Warsaw, Poland, but people are discarding these wipes and gloves everywhere. I've actually walked past a few instances where there was discarded rubber glove on the ground. Isn't that a little bit pointless and totally and utterly inconsiderate to do? Throw your own gloves away. I think desperate times also make for stupid things. I don't understand it. I also have to apologize a little bit, because I feel like from time to time that I am neglecting this podcast. Sometimes I'm just trying to focus on getting a show out or an episode out so that I keep my promise, the promise that I've made to myself to continue doing this for 366 days. Sometimes I have the time to produce them, try to add a little bit of emotion into it and create the content in a better way. And sometimes I'm just tired, man. But I want to record something. I want to connect. I think today is one of those times. Slightly tired. And really want to just get this done and just relax a little bit. I think we all need a bit of time just to sit back and think. We don't do enough of that. I feel like I'm copping out. I want to share more. But there isn't much to share. I think the extraordinary for today is the fact that we're all still healthy. We have loved ones around us, and the sun is peeking out from time to time here in Warsaw. It's a little bit sneaky though, the weather. It's relatively cold. I'm chilly now. I actually fear for summer to come, because I don't want to be stuck at home. I also know that the summer will lure everybody out. especially my Polish friends. When the sun's out, the poles are out. We don't want to sit inside. I think I rambled enough. I'll leave you to spend a bit of time with a loved one. Reach out if you don't have someone close to you. Hope you're safe. I hope you're keeping well away from this dreaded virus. Thanks for listening.